Hello, hello, hello. Yes, we are here again, but guess what? As you can see, we are in a different time because it is a new season right here on the Question Live Show. It is a brand new season. And as I mentioned before, that we are going to come to you with more episodes. Maybe they're juicy episode, maybe they're just political episode, whatever the case is. We are coming with different episodes as we go along, as we expand our session. So today is Sunday. It is super, 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 sippy Sunday. Okay? It is Sunday. It is not Thursday. So get it together. It is Sunday right here in the USA. Okay? But we are going to do some recap from yesterday. So you know what I do. If this is your first time tuning in, yes, if this is your first time tuning in, I want to say welcome to the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis Brown. If this is not your first time tuning in, then I want to say welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Question Live Show. Now, you know, if you're a first timer, I normally would ask you, which I will do, because again, we're in a new season. If this is your first time tuning in and you are looking at me or you're hearing me, yes, for the very first time, and you are seeing live somewhere, whether it is up there or down there, wherever you are seeing live as I'm speaking, simply means you are in the live audience. Absolutely. And what do we do when we're in the live audience? We look for the share button and we press share and we invite someone else to come on in so we can feed them fresh food. Yes, that's what life is. Life is like fresh food. So we want to feed them fresh food, even though sometimes leftovers do taste good. But that's beside the point. Come on in the room. Come on in. Invite someone else to come on in. And what is the other rule? Because we have like 3, 4, 5 rules. Maybe 4. What is the other rule? The other rule is simple. Grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a crayon, a marker, whatever it is. Maybe it is a feather, but don't forget, if you have a feather, get some paint and dip it in and write with it. Yes, write with that feather. That's it. And when you do have something to write with, honey, you're going to need something to write on. What is it that you're going to need something to write on? A notebook or a piece of paper. Yes, you are going to need a piece of paper to write things down. What am I telling you to write down? I am telling you, extract the thoughts out of your head. But beside that, here we drop juicy content and golden nuggets. And I encourage you, yes, I encourage each and every one of you to write things down. You see, when you write things down, it is better for you. It is better for your learning because then you will see exactly the thoughts that is rolling in your head. And when you write things down, you read it, it become life. Then it become reality. So, what is it that we are going to do now? We are going to go to the next rule. The next rule is grab yourself something to drink. And when you grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, maybe a popsicle if you can, whatever it is, just grab yourself something to drink. Yes. But you see, normally I would have water because Jesus turned water into wine. And because he turned water into wine, I believe in miracles. So I usually have my water. But tonight, as you can see, we are going to be talking about the coronation of the new king and queen in the UK. So yes, I have to come with my attire to match. I hope you do have yours too. Come with your attire. So in that case, what I have, sip, my cup of tea. I do have my cup of tea right here. It should be tea and biscuit, but I'm trying to watch my figure. So with that said, what is other rule, which is number 4? If you need to use the bathroom, go now, whether it is to the right or to the left, wherever it is, just go. Oh, there is no line. And if there's no line, come on back. Come on back. And when you come on back, you grab your seat, because in your seat, it is your seat where your destiny lies. And nobody can take that seat away from you. Only you can hand it over. Please don't do that. Now, with that said, and we just named 4 rules. 4 rules, and we are going to go into the recap of the coronation, honey. Yes, we are. If you are ready, for those who went to the bathroom while we're waiting for them to come to the bathroom, I want to acknowledge Maria and Sharon for tuning in the live. Now, click share. Now, while you're there and you are waiting for those, if you are in the audience ready, well, type in the comment section right there that you are ready, so we could go into the recap. Hello, somebody. Howdy. Yes, we're going to go into the recap, because tonight I have 2 of my sister from that side that we are going to share. We are going to recap yesterday's event. For them, it's like 2 days ago. For me, it's just 1 day. And that is fine. So now, if you are ready, you know what you do. You type in the comment section that you are ready, so we can jump right in and listen to me, audience. It is an interactive session. Okay? Very interactive session. So, not only that we would be talking here, I expect you to be talking on the chat. So get your talk ready. Hope you watch your coronation. If you're there in live like me, I was live and online. Yes, I was. So come on in the room and type in the comment section if you're ready, so we can roll into tonight's episode. Type in. So while I'm waiting to see if you are going to tune in. Ready? I should sip some more of my tea. Should I have some more of my tea? I wait for you to let me know that you're ready, so I can bring on my first sister coming from the UK. Type in the comment section that you are ready, so we could roll into tonight's episode. While I wait, I'll just go ahead and send out this link. So while you do that, let me bring on my first sister. You met her before. You saw her face before. You heard her voice before. And she, of course, comes from the UK. My sister Amina, as you can see, I am in full attire for the coronation.
Thank you so much.
Who are you, darling?
Hello, Sister Verona, you and your audience.
Yes.
It is very privileged, and I'm really happy. Although it is in the midnight, already I am on Monday,
Yes.
8th of May.
Oh my God, yes. And we're here.
I'm really very happy and excited to be with you.
Yes.
So it's not first time I have been,
No, welcome back.
Came to your show, but it's different topics, different. So now, tonight,
Yes.
what we are talking about? Our topic is our King Charles the Third. Yeah, King Charles the Third.
Yes.
Actually, the whole country is on holiday.
Yes.
Although yesterday was Sunday, but today we have a bank holiday. So no one is going to school, no one is going to work. Yeah, we are all enjoying our holiday.
Oh.
Yeah, we are all enjoying our holiday. So that today is a Monday and we are on holiday. Yes. So if I wanted to say something, on Saturday we had a coronation of our King Charles the Third.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was really historic, even me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Actually, I'm not 70 years old, but even those who are 70 years old or 69 years old, they never seen what they have seen yesterday,
Yes.
because the last coronation was 70
70 years.
years before.
Yes.
It was his mom, the
Yes.
late Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II or Queen
Yes.
Elizabeth II, whatever you know, how you know. Um, Unfortunately, she died 8th of September last year.
Mm-hmm.
She died. So after that, he inherited, the power, and he's our king now, King Charles. But he's not new for us.
Right.
King
Right.
Charles has a great history, even himself. Um, uh, he is the most, apart from he was a prince,
Yes.
before when his mom was on power. Apart from that, King Charles has involved a lot of charity, Verona, lot of
Yes. Yes.
charities, especially uh, 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 Prince Charles, uh, Prince Charles, charity, which is uh, which is really helped a lot of, you know, um, eh, unprivileged, kids in this country.
Yes.
He really did a lot for all around the world, but in this country, it's Prince Charles. He has a charity which has made, a great work about the youth services, youth work, skill maker, colleges. He really helped a lot. The disadvantaged, kids, those who involved with drugs or something like that. He really did very well in this country. And actually, me myself, I did not make handshake with him like other people, like other journalists, but one time I have seen him. And I
Yes.
become, in the same room. He is so sociable, person. He already, always smile. He joke. Like like normal people. He is not like, bossing. It's not like that. Um, so that yesterday, the day before yesterday, sorry, because we are in Monday.
In Monday.
The day before yesterday, it was a great day for us in
Yes.
United Kingdom,
Yes.
and all the other, other, and uh, all around the world. A lot
Yes.
of, celebrities, a lot of, the world premieres has came,
Yes.
and his and and so many people did not see, did not see like this, occasion or this celebration, because it was 70 years before, and him and Camila has been, just crowned as
Yes.
a king and a queen, so that um, we were staying, most of them, because me, I'm living in Birmingham. I did not go to travel, but it's the same. Even in Birmingham, we had a celebration, live
Yes.
celebration. The big screens in the city center, so everyone is watching. What is really happening.
Right.
A lot of people are traveling for a lot of countries, very far, far away, a lot of, far away distance from this country. Um, but we have been really experiencing something which I'm not sure that I will see in my lifetime again. So that is historical, Verona. That's historical event, and we have been experienced it,
Oh
on
my goodness.
Saturday. Yeah.
Sister Amina, listen, history in the making, and for such a time as this, we are here to see a king and a queen being installed. And before we go any further, before I jump in give a feedback of what you said. I want to invite another sister. Listen, audience, you know her, you've seen her, you heard her before. She's been here with us before. And again, she's in the UK as well. So I'm waking her out of her bed again. And I love my sisters because when they show up, I love them. I love them even more. I love them when they don't show up, and I still love them when they show up because, listen, they're in their bed. Okay? They're in their bed. So here is our other sister in the UK. Sister Yasmin, listen, I'm telling you, I'm ready. Hey, that's it. I am on in my attire for this coronation. Listen here, Mr. King Charles and Queen Camilla. I'm ready. I'm attending.
Yes,
You know?
we are celebrating our King Charles III,
Yes.
and this is how diversity is UK.
Yes.
United Kingdom is so popular than the other countries to be diverse city where everybody is represented. So we
Yes.
are celebrating, and also you may be wondering in the USA or in the other countries. I live in London, but going to that coronation, which is just 15 minutes train away from me, you need 5 to 3 to 7 days to go there and camping, staying to the front line. It's a whole of sacrifice, 24/7. You have to back up everything because there are people around the world who are, traveling to be there. So it's not, it doesn't, nothing happens easy in this kind of uh, historic celebrations.
Yes.
Yes, you need to camp there, get your food. You will be sleeping there 5 whole days.
Can you imagine?
Yes, that's what you need. If I travel in the morning, I will be at the end of the world. I will never see what's going on. So, this was a historic moment,
Yes.
and I will be sharing with you usual a lot of historic things which makes Great Britain unique. Is
Yes.
the monarch we have. God bless our queen. She was the unique person, and rest her in peace. But now we have our king, and a lot of things will change. But he was anyway in the frame. We are popular with him. We know about Diana. We know about all the royal family. So
Yeah.
I will be sharing with you little bit about King Charles. 10 facts about King Charles the Third.
Yes.
King Charles the Third was born 9:14 p.m. on the 14th November 1948. He became the king uh, on the 7th. He became the king on September 2022. From 1967 to 70, he studied his history at Cambridge University. King Charles the Third can speak Welsh. The king is qualified pilot, also diver. Plus, he is keen watercolor painter. He has got a lot of skills, which makes him different. So
Yes.
that coronation was being so unique, and we are really sorry to miss that. But it takes a lot of sacrifice and time to be in that beautiful historic. So I was so working, and I was watching only the TV. I wish I could be there like you guys.
Well, that was attending because I believe me, I was up from 6 a.m.
Yes.
Yes, I was. And I sat there and I said, listen to me, I'm in the front row. Like, hello. Hello, sir. Do you see me? I'm in the front row, fully attired. I'm just sitting there watching moment by moment of this historical moment in time. I mean, if you have children and your children are not in front of this moment, in front of the TV or on YouTube, wherever it is, because the world is in our hands, really. The world is literally in our hands. And if you have Children, at this time, this is a time to pour into them historical moments like this. 70 years went by. 70 years, and three of us on the screen right now, we're not that age. We are not that age. And I mean, come on. So when we see stuff like this, it's like, yes, we're gonna talk about it. We're going to have to talk about it. So I am glad that we are having this new session. We are going to recap because I do have another sister coming in. I do have another sister coming in, and I am going to bring her in. Well, she's not in the UK, she's in the US. So we want to hear a little bit about why she got to pour in at the beginning of this historical moment in time. Come on in, my sister. Yes. Yes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome,
Those from the
Sister
UK, thank you, Queen Verona and Queen Yasmin and Queen Amina. It is such a pleasure being here with this historic moment in time. Beautiful moment that I am alive to see. Not 70 years, but 70 years ago, this was the same event with a different queen and king coronation. It is such a wonderful, historic event that I made sure I sat on the front row. I was one of the reporters with my two cameras. I was going from side view, front view, making sure I missed not one moment. As one of the countries that was colonized by Britain, I understand how important it is. And looking at God Almighty, whomever you take him to be, God Almighty call us in his kingdom as queens, as kings, and none of us are below anyone. God has called us as queen and kings. And as we sit on this stage, just looking back at what happened yesterday, it is reminding us that we should never devalue ourselves. We're kings and queens where God is concerned. So the royal family is actually showing us where we should be and where we must always stand. Never below, never below, because God called us to be. And whomever has tried to do that with us in our past, they are going to be hurt for that, because when God tells us that the least you do unto one of these, you do it unto me. So if anyone has had hurt any one of us queens, they are paying big time for it. So we are going to stand in our greatness and realize that, hey, we have come in this kingdom for such a time as this. Look at those beautiful smiles that I'm getting back from all my queens. Realizing and understanding and claiming our purpose, claiming our right, claiming our privilege, our God-given privilege as queens. Awesome.
Yes, yes, yes. And that is exactly, ladies, sisters from around the world. You see, I oftentimes says, you must know who you are. Because when you know who you are, no one can devalue you. Stand in your truth. Sisters, stand in your truth. Now we got title of Queen Camilla yesterday, but sister, we're right next to you. We're right next to her. Why? Because she's a sister. She's a sister. So no matter where you are in the world, we are sister. There's a sisterhood. So she got her crown yesterday, but honey, we got our crown. We've been wearing our crown. We were born with our crown. She just got a literal crown, but that's okay. This right here is our crown. And before we go any further, let me tell you something, sister. If your crown shifts, do not criticize. And sister, if you see another sister crown shift, do not judge. Just help her put it back in place. Help her to stay in position, because that is what a sisterhood is all about. Help her to put her crown in place. Let her keep it there and know who she is, because sometimes we need that reminder. Sometimes we just need that little thing that's come on in, like, sister, you're a queen. You are a queen. So let us learn to take that in and value it. You see, the queen always has something to drink. You know, maybe she has some tea and biscuit. But you see, today we're just going to have tea. Usually have my water, but we're at the coronation. Okay, we recapping. You know, no time for water. No time for water. We had our water ready. Queen sits. Queen must know her position. Sit upright. Hold your shoulder up. Circumstances might come and circumstances might shift you. But when they shift you, know your position. Know your position. And always remember that no matter what, a queen never sits by herself. She never sit by herself. And you see, this is why I send love towards these three beautiful queens right here. These two are in the UK. It's past 12 a.m., so they're in Monday. We are in the US. We are on Sunday. And you see how beautiful life is? We can be in different places at the same time. Sisterhood, my sisters. Sisterhood, my queen. Sisterhood. Now I am going, you see, I told you I was up and from 6 a.m. 6 a.m. at this coronation. So I'm fully tired. And I have captured, like a journalist, Amina. I have captured a lot, okay? A lot. First of all, let's see, where should we start with all the things that look at this.
Yeah.
So as I go along, you have to comment on each photo, because I'm gonna just keep on sliding them. It's gonna be a whole set going on. So you know, you can make your reaction as I go along, and then we are going to talk about them as we go time and time again. So you can have your reaction from them as we go along.
Yeah.
That's the golden oil.
Yeah.
Yes.
That he.
Yeah, it is a crown heart, you know.
Yes.
And I think inside of this container is the oil.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
And this oil, this container has been over 70 years.
Yes.
I think they said.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, and if I go to this one,
and that's is that the scepter, or is that?
Yes. As a matter of fact, on this picture,
I think
here,
that these are the scepters.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, on this, I think he's holding the scepter as well as the sword. No.
Yes.
Yes. So he had the scepter and the sword. So that's when he had his crown on. So now here you go, holding both of them.
And that's the heavy crown. Heavy is the head that wear that crown.
Okay,
and the
right
crowns,
here.
I
want to pause on this picture for a second. I want to come back a second. On that last picture I just showed you. Now that picture is with his son.
Yes.
Now, on that, because like I said, I was very much live. Right there, his son kissed him. If you, Amina, were next to the prince, what do you think he said to his father?
The king or the prince?
The prince. What do you think the prince said to his father? Because he kissed his father in that moment.
Yeah, and the king became very emotional.
Yes. What do you believe he said to his father?
He just said that he is proud and he should be obligate for him and something like that. Something which is really, he has to say because the monarch family they have a special talk. They have a special speeches. They have something to follow which you can change. So he even called not he did not call him father. He called him Ba. Yeah, he called him Ba, and he said, "I will obligate for you," and something like that, and I recognize you as a king, something like that. I cannot remember what he said, but I was listening. What he was, and then he kissed his dad, and Charles the king, he become emotional. You know, you can see his face that he become emotional. And as you can see, we all know, Charles has two sons, and William and Harry, and there were problems about the Harry,
Yes.
but he's still a good son, and he was there. He was attending,
Yes.
the coronation of his father, and if I might add,
Hmm.
because I can. I might not be here the whole the program because
Yes.
I got some news about my mom's
Yes.
health,
Yes.
and she has taken to hospital, and
Yes.
I just realized it now. While I am on the program, so
Yes.
I will just say what I have to say in this
Hmm.
program.
Yes.
There is a lot of people who are against the king, but they have different reasons that I have to cover, but it's not big deal. But so many things are relating about the late Prince Diana, um, and so many others. Um, they are saying, because the king's coronation has been spent a lot of money, while UK is a brink on recession. So
Mm.
some are reasoning for that, and some are reasoning for the conflict inside the inside the the family, and about the Harry and Meghan, his wife, and
Yes.
something like that. So a lot of people, but overall, in United Kingdom, we celebrated and we are still celebrating till
Yes.
today. It's a Monday and it's bank holiday, and we are having all of a good time. No one is going to work, no one is going to school, so everyone, really, we are in holiday mood. Thank you, Verona.
Thank you so much. Yes. And see, just because you got a holiday, so there's
Yeah,
always some good somewhere. Always
yeah.
good somewhere. And we are praying for your mom. We're sending prayer, we're sending light, we're sending love to your mom. And of course, audience, you heard Samina that if she's not continue with us on the program, which is fine, I appreciate and love and send love and light and healing to your mom. So if you don't see her on the screen, yes, we want to show our appreciation for her,
Yes. Yes.
and we send our love towards your home and your mom.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sister. Yeah.
So, Sister
Thanks.
Yasmin, what is your take on that photo?
Yeah, that photo, Prince William kissed his daddy's cheek and said that he's gonna be loyal to King Charles. It made me a little bit emotional, and that's the royal family. Usually, they follow their strong traditional, and that's what makes the monarch so different. And as Amina said, we are celebrating tomorrow. Is a day off from the schools and everything. Still, the celebrations goes on, and we were not unlucky to be there. I wish to be there, but I need a few days to be there. You wouldn't hear me. Let me tell you, you beat us with that hats, girls. We are from England and we don't have the hats. You
You
beat us
gotta
with that.
join. Listen, you gotta get with the program, sisters. Okay, you gotta get with the program. When it comes to the hat, let me tell you, there's one thing the Queen was known for, and that is her hats.
This is the only one I could get from my house.
I think that's French.
That's fine. Yes.
No, even here we say farmer's hat. It's a lot of traditional.
Yes.
We just eat it drown.
What
But
the
you beat
queen?
that. You beat us with that hat.
The queen was known for her hat, honey. She had. Listen, I wanted to just raid her closet. Like queen, you should have just gave me an invitation to come to the palace just for your hats. Anything else, they could keep. They could fight over it if they want. I don't care. Just send an invitation over to me to say, come on over here, Queen Verona, and collect all the hats that you want. Because she had some, I mean, come on, for 70 years? Can you
I know.
imagine? Can you imagine for 70 years?
You're looking at an entire room just for hats.
Yes.
She had the whole quarter, like her whole quarter. Like, oh, this is the hat section. Hello, this is the hat section. Now let's see. Then she got to match it with her outfit.
Uh-huh.
I
know-
wonder.
You know what makes me angry as well? Behind that picture of Miriam, she has the same different hat. How can you have too many hats and we don't have one?
I will need to take a trip to UK to make sure that you have some of these hats.
Don't worry,
No.
I will recoup my wardrobe.
All right, all right.
Look, maybe the queen hats are still sitting there. So we need a trip to the palace.
That's
We
right.
need to go to the palace because maybe those are still in the quarter, the hat quarter. So yeah, we need to take a trip to the
No,
to
not
the,
corner, the room. The room,
entire
not
room.
corner, the room.
No,
Yes.
the quarters. Because they have the quarters in the palace. Yeah, the servant corners, quarters, and this quarters and that quarters. Yeah, so she probably have a whole cottage, maybe. But anyhow, we are going there. And we're gonna excuse me, we're here to get our hats. So, Sister Queen, Miriam, what is your take on that photo with William?
My take on that photo when he kissed dad, that emotional moment is telling it's not even king, but dad, pop, I am there with you the long way throughout your reign. I will be dedicated to you and to your cause. Now, um, based on what I understand in the royal family, there are certain standards and principles, and we may not appreciate or like it, but principle is principle. If the king command says stay here and do this and do that, if you do otherwise, then of course you would not be upholding the principles of what the whole royal family signifies. And so when just the one son was there being able to kiss dad, it's a testament to you did not follow protocol. So if you didn't follow protocol, don't feel left out because you were sidelined. Nobody did it. You did it yourself.
Yeah.
Prince Harry sidelined himself. If you going back to our based on how I know the Bible, if you step out of the precepts and the principles based on kingship, there are certain things that you won't be able to take part in. And so one son is there. Whatever the situation long ago with Princess Diana and what happened before, I think he redeemed himself and being crowned as king. Let's look forward instead of going back. Let's look forward and see how we can pray for them that they will lead a life leaving a legacy just like what the queen did, because she was a very, very responsible. I think based on information, based on everything that's in the entire realm, we have heard that she has served in such a remarkable way. So let's pray that King Charles and his queen will reign with respect. Leave whatever is behind. Let's look at what is present. Let's spread that he will rule with respect, honor, and dignity going forward. And I think his son is saying, Dad, Pop, I am with you for the long haul.
Well said, well said. And you just made a point that we oftentimes look back on things. And right through the live yesterday, like I said, I watched the entire thing right through the live, in the live chat of that YouTube. I mean, so many comments were stating Diana, 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 Diana,
Yeah.
Diana should have, Diana should have, Diana should have. But you see, there's something that called should have, could have, would have. We can't live on those things and expect to accomplish our destiny. We can't live on those things and expect to achieve our goals. Should have is no longer around. Okay, and a lot of people, it was such a conflict. The tension was high, the emotions was up there, the emotion was down here. We want to congratulate you, but then somebody said, "Oh, it should have been Diana. It should have been this. It should have been that." No, it is what it is for such a time as this. And how can we move forward? We got to be in our now, because the past can't take us forward. We got to learn our lesson and move ahead. We got to keep on trotting ahead. When we trot ahead, we become flexible like water. And if you look at a body of water like river, there's so many rocks in the river from all sides, pebbles, rocks, stones, everything inside of that river. You have even trees planted by the river. But what happened to the flow of that water? It continues to make its way and it flows. So we have to be flexible, whether in our emotion or just our physical being. Because when we are flexible, past, it can't define us. It cannot define us. And it cannot take away from us but it only take away from us if we stay there. And I tell you what, if we are here today, simply means we already passed the past. Agree or not agree?
Agree.
Because you can't say that I'm in the past. How could you be in the past?
Yeah.
How can you be there? You cannot be there because right now you're here. You're in your present. So let's respect now and just move with time.
Yeah.
Let's move with time. Diana did her service.
Yes.
And Ivy, our Queen Ivy Mixed, welcome, welcome. Of course, rest in love. Rest in love. And let us allow her to rest. We have to allow the dead to rest. Let us allow the dead to rest. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let us move right along.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. So let's go to the other photo.
Now that's the other crown that is lighter. I think that's the crown that he walked out of the Westminster Abbey and to the
Yeah.
palace.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah,
lighter.
Westminster Abbey. Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Okay. Excellent. And right here, this is where they were handing over the crown to the new queen. If you notice, she's right here. So this is where
Yes.
she was getting her crown.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go over. There she is.
Yes.
And I'm going to touch something on her crown. Right here. I don't think she was crying. She was moving her hair out of her face.
No, that's it. She was fixing her hair because we women will not allow our hair to fall out of place. She's just using her
Even the
finger.
crown.
See?
Even the crown.
I said, like, listen, no. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
so
was the scepter, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you? Okay.
Okay. You want to talk about that one? So right there on that photo, I
Um,
believe she got the same thing as King Charles.
yeah, Verona, if you allow me,
Mm-hmm.
there is a when the king, has been crowned. After that, as we say, the royal family, they
Yes.
have rules, certain rules
Yes.
Yeah.
and principles. So after he crowned, there is a lot of things that he cannot do. It's like he cannot refuse to accept gifts. Yeah. Um, he cannot travel with Prince William, his
Mm.
son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, he cannot take with the Bible with selfie and or no selfies and no autographies. Yeah. So there is a lot of things which you really you will be surprised at what they can do or what they cannot do because they yes they live normal life but they have a certain rules to
Yes.
to keep. They are not normal people. As you have seen, you may seen on television is the guards of the you know Buckingham Palace.
Yes.
A lot of visitors going there and wanted to take, the guards and horses for selfie. But the people, they don't know the rules. So no touching, no touching. You can't touch even the horse. Yeah, there is a certain, certain rules.
Yes.
You need to take a picture. You have to take a. You have to have a, you know distance.
Yeah.
And you can lean or touch, the horse or the cat or something. So it's a lot of confusion. Those who are living in the United Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
we know that. Uh, and our children who born here, the generation who born here,
Yes.
they know the best thing. Um, but the people who are visiting this country who has no idea about a certain rules, they might get wrong. So the King Charles is not the same now.
Mm-hmm.
Become a king,
Yes.
he cannot do certain things and he has to do certain
Right.
things. So the rule is changed.
So a lot of requirements at this point, intense requirement at this
Yes.
point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not sure, but I think even he cannot eat
Principles.
shellfish. He cannot even eat some kind of food, some certain food. Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
food.
yeah, yeah. It's really hard, If you have been to, because you are a king, so you cannot eat this. It's really hard,
Yeah.
the normal life.
Sister Yasmin, Green, you want to add to that?
Yes, I sometimes still I'm connected with the Queen. She was a unique person, and I'm looking forward how the King King Charles the Third takes forward from here. But despite her age, she has a positive effect to the world in the Commonwealth of where all these
Yes.
countries who are under her. She used to stop a lot of historical uh, violation or conflict between governments or so on. She was a whole archive. She was the only one, and I don't know in this world that there will not be anyone like her. We were so attached to her, and nothing is going to be the same without her.
Wow. Queen Marianne.
You are so right. Because as the commentators were saying during the coronation, Queen Elizabeth, she fought so many different wars and she connected everyone throughout the world. And no one knew her political affiliation because she was not on on any one side. She was just for humanity, total humanity. So all of her efforts were geared towards making sure that humanity is the forefront of all her decisions. With when he was Prince Charles, they knew that he said certain political things, so they are somewhat understanding that he's leaning to this political affiliation or that political affiliation. But as Queen Amina says, as king, he now has to revert to humanitarian efforts and not liking one or the other, because if there is an upheaval in the UK, he has to step in as king and rule and say, okay, he also has the responsibility. If something goes wrong, he can say, move this one out as prime minister and this one come in. So he cannot, in his position, lean on any partial affiliation, political or whatever. He has to stay as king so he can see the broader picture and rule and reign for humanity purpose and not for any specific affiliation.
And you're correct, because I think when they hand over the sword, they made this statement when they hand over the sword to him that he's now overseer. He's like he's overseer, but he must go in with peace. He must lift up humanity with peace, the sword of peace. It wasn't the sword of war, it was the sword of peace. So when they hand over that sword, it was just the sword alone. And I was like, yeah. But they make sure they're like, listen, we are going to let you know this is a sword of peace. And with all that was said here, if you notice behind Queen Amina and Queen Yasmin, there are several flags. There are several flags, and I had to capture that. There's several flags, and Queen Sister just said something about lifting up humanity. See, when we are lifting up humanity, we're not lifting up one country.
Yeah.
We're not lifting up one country. Each flag represents a country or an island, different parts of the world. So has he's come in position, now he's in position as king. He's overseeing all these flags. And what is his intention at this point? And what was implemented at this point as King Charles III?
Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
he is not even a king of just the United Kingdom.
Right.
Plus 14 Commonwealth, countries. He is the king.
Yes.
And additional, he
Yeah.
is he can dismiss whole the government.
Yes. Yes.
He
yes.
is the head of the arm.
Yes.
Straight away, when he has been crowned, he is the head of the arm.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. If he see why, let me explain why he's not allowed to go with Prince William.
Yes.
No, because if he can't travel on flat, on airplane with the prince,
Mhm.
because if accident happened,
Mhm.
yeah, just in case accident happened,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, yes, if accident happened, just in case,
Yes.
yeah, that's why he
Yeah.
cannot. Why
Yes.
he's not allowed to eat shellfish, yeah, or seafood,
Yes.
because of the food poisoning.
Yes. Yes.
Everything he is not allowed, there is a reason.
Yes. Yes.
He can't even wear anything he wants.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
now on, he has a dressing code as a king.
Yes.
He can't just wear, whatever he wants. Yeah. So some rules is really very hard. If he see the
Oh
country
my
is in
God.
danger,
Beautiful.
he can dismiss the whole government and save the country.
Yes.
Yes.
So he's important. He's important, is important person for the existence of United Kingdom and 14 Commonwealth realms. Yeah.
Queen Miriam, do you have anything to add to that?
As Queen Amina rightfully said, when you take on that role, take responsibility. And remember watching is it Spider-Man? One of the statement at that is Uncle said, with great power comes great responsibility. I think someone had said it, but I can just remember that's where I found it. With great power comes great responsibility. And he is the power of powers that be. So with that great responsibility, and as Queen Amina said, regarding him traveling Prince Henry, he cannot, because if he should go out, Prince Henry is the next in line, next to take that throne, correct?
Yeah.
So both of them can't be seen flying together, because one ascend, and if the other one goes down, then he have ascend to the crown.
Yeah.
That's Prince William. Prince William, the first son.
Prince William, that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Yes.
And that's rightfully so. And I always say this, just to detour a second. I always say that husband and wife should not travel together. That's just my thing. That is just my thing, and that, you know, just to detour out of the royal family for a second. I always say that husband and wife just should not travel together. You know, God forbid something happen, both of them gone, and the children are left by themselves. They do have children. You know, somebody got to survive. You know, I really strongly believe that everybody should have a separate thing. My parents did it for years. My parents like, no, we do not travel together, not at all. No. So my father was very, very strong on that. He said, no, I will not travel with my wife, and they never did. They never did. And when they died separate. Oh yeah, you go. I'm not coming with you. That's it. So I strongly believe that is a regulation. You know, no, the prince and the king will not travel together. Absolutely not. No, we will not do that. So let's roll on to this, because after they finished all that crowning and they had all their oil and the anointing oil and the scepter and the sword, and they had the ring, because they had the ring and all of this beautiful accessories, you know, they went outside and I sat there like this. They went outside and all I saw was the golden chariot. My goodness. Anybody want to talk about this? Sister Queen Yasmin, do you want to talk about the golden chariot?
It was just so splendid. This is just so splendid. Just looking at it, taking pictures of it, realizing that, hey, as just looking at the entire duration of the whole coronation, I'm just saying, taking a deep breath and just absorbing it and realizing, hey, Queen Miriam, you are right there with them. You are valuable, not even above market value, but there is no value above you. And looking at all of these queens coming back at me, tell me, hey, we are in the same position. And I'm right in that golden chariot right there, because everything you put I am to, that's what
Yes.
you become.
Yes.
If when you look at that golden chariot, you say, oh, I will never ride in that. No, I am in that golden chariot,
Yes.
because my mind Wherever my mind takes me, that's where I go.
Yes, yes. And I like that. Where my mind takes me, that's where I go. Because your mind is powerful. Your mind is the driver, and it can go either on the local road or on the highway. You choose if you want to follow your mind. Queen Yasmin, you want to touch on that golden chariot?
The golden chariots is what makes unique for the royal family, and it has got a lot of histories. And we only see the special occasions. Uh, so as I was not following that coronation day, and I was a bit busy, I will leave it with Miriam. Miriam is more beating us into the subject, and you, Norana. Also, Ivy seems to be into the subject.
Yes. Queen Amina, you talk about the golden chariot.
Sorry.
The golden chariot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I was just miles away. Sorry, I was thinking about this made by gold, and
It-
yeah,
yes.
the picture. Yeah, it's really made by gold. In Somali, we said Gari Faras. Gari Faras. That means the cart with horse. You know, um, you know, the royal thing is a big thing in this country, and um, um, even they have a lot of serious dramas. And when you wanted to see the apart from reading books, and our children has been taught in school, but we first generation who came here for our families,
Right.
all we know about royal is what we read,
Yes.
and what we watch. um, because we came from another country and we immigrated here. But
Yes.
our children, they are just, I remember a woman, I think she was somewhere from office state or something, the education department. And then she told me, my youngest daughter is just when she talks, she sounded like a Queen Elizabeth. I don't know what she means, because Queen Elizabeth is a, and my daughter, she's my daughter. So, but then I thought about maybe what she was, her accent or something. Yeah, the
Yes.
accent.
Yes.
Yeah, because when she speaks, she speak like a real English people. But the other two who born here, they are not like her. No, even me, I'm immigrant, and I can even know the difference of my children. They're
Yes.
born here, but they don't sound like her.
Right. Right. Right.
Some of them, they sound like they came from Jamaica or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, one of my boys, if I send Jamaica, he will get same accent with that wonderful people from Jamaica. So, but my daughter saw that the English, even the accents that they speak is really very pure. So I don't know what else to say, but we we have a historic day, actually. Very historic day.
And
So
it is such a thank you so much. And it is such an historical day, and it is solid evidence that we are royal.
yeah,
Hmm?
yeah, yeah,
It is solid evidence that we are not just hearing it on the news. We witness it for ourselves.
yeah. We just keep
Yeah.
hearing. We born while she's Queen Elizabeth was on power, or on her, and now we have a king who has been crowned in front of our
In
eyes.
front of our eyes. Absolutely.
And there was no legislation unless he approved. Yeah,
Yes.
no legislation unless
Yes.
he approved. a legislation he did not approve was not ruled in this country.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is really something very big, you know. If you see, even, you know, I used to watch, you know, the old people who are here, have been there when you know, that World War II was happening,
Right.
World War I. We are just like that. We have been here and experienced it when King Charles has been crowned and Queen
Can you
Camilla.
imagine?
So that's really big thing, yeah. That's
This
big thing, yeah.
and sister, we have here Queen Ivy, and she said something, and it's this is just, I mean, I could say the statement again. It is solid evidence. I didn't just call. Amina, guess what happened? Yasmin, guess what happened? Miriam, guess what happened? I didn't call you and say, guess what happened? We saw it. We were there. We witnessed it. We might not be in the place physically, but technology is the world. The digital world is everything right now. Because look at what happened. Because of the digital world, the development over the years, we get to witness history. That our children will have something to like, oh, yeah, they were there. Oh, no, I was there. Mhm. I saw it for myself. Somebody didn't call me and say, oh, guess what, Sister Amina? Guess what happened? No, I saw it.
Yeah, we
So
saw
it
it.
is something. It is really something that we can look and say we are royal. And I want to emphasize on this so much that listen, whether you are sisters or brothers, consider yourself royal. We are royal priesthood.
Yeah, half royal, yeah, half
And
royals.
if you are not, if you are royal, you're king and you're queen. I mean, yesterday was Solid Testament. When you are royal, you're king and you're queen. They're in the UK, but it doesn't matter. We are one. We are
You
one.
know, Verona, my mother and my grandmother was used to tell me when I was a child, uh, what they have been experiencing. Like, you know, uh, when, you know, when my country have been colonized by Italian, the war is, my grandmom, she was remember, you know, the World War II,
Yeah.
what happened, when, you know, part of Mogadishu has been bombed by Italian, because Italian and British collided, and
Yes.
so many things. When, you know, we got Somalia, we got freedom, you know,
Yes.
for our freedom from Italian colonizer. You know, my mom was telling me, and she said I have banned it for her, you know, her dress or something like that. They were a history, but
Yes.
me, you know, I
Yes.
did not had a, you know, a great history like that to tell
There
before
you
the
go.
Saturday. But Saturday, I had, yeah, I have experience it. I was not being in World War II, World War I, and
Thank you.
even the freedom of my country. I banned, you know, 5 years after, or 6 years
Thank
after
you.
we got the freedom. So that now I have.
You have solid story.
I have international
Yes.
historic history. It's
Yes.
not just your history. Yes, I have a lot of history, mine. Lot
Yes.
of history which you can write and make, movies or films.
Yes.
But this is international stories. I have been there
There
when,
you go.
after 70 years,
Yes.
when we crowned for King Charles the Third.
There you go.
The
There you
third,
go.
yeah, that is a great thing, to be experienced, really. Yeah,
And if 50 years pass after today,
yeah.
50 years, because I'm
Mm,
going to put in 50 years for us. I'm going to put in, this is my deposit to God, that we
mm,
get 50 more years on this earth. And that 50 more years, we have this story to tell.
yeah,
Huh?
yeah, we
For the
have.
next 50 years, this is my deposit for us. That God grant us at least 50 more years that we will have this very story to tell, to say that
Lord, I'll be 105.
you don't worry about it. That's it, and that would be beautiful. You will
Yeah.
have a lot of story to tell. Yes, So we are going to wind. I'm going to have few more to go, and I think this is so great because Sister Queen here, you just mentioned something about dress, and I thought this was the perfect time to bring this photo on. When they were holding his robe. Look at his robe going up. This was when he was exiting. This is his robe. Like, this was just so remarkable.
Yes, that's the trail.
Yes. So if you look, you see his robe right here.
Yes.
And the trail is just like, it was just so like, wow. And I think Sister, let's see, I think you mentioned something about the guard men. I oftentimes look at these guard men and said, I wonder what they're seeing. Because they had, they got a message too, but I'll come back to that. I want to touch on this because I talked about the flags earlier and the 14th Commonwealth. You notice, for those who watched the live event, the guard men, did you notice this? Samira, you watched that. You saw this. And I mean, I think you saw that. The guard men, they were literally carrying the flags on their back. Did you notice that? On their shoulder?
On their shoulders, yes.
Yes. Let me put that up again so you can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
See? They were carrying the flags on their shoulder.
Yeah.
That is
all the country, all the
Commonwealth
countries,
yeah, were on their shoulder.
Yeah.
So that's a whole message, just another message. Said that we
are all the countries in the Commonwealth.
Yes. And I thought it was
the Commonwealth military and also armies come and they take part. Even the Queen's.
Oh my God! Like it was like people from everywhere.
Yes.
And that is what you call when you talk about lifting up humanity. That's another section. There's another section. So we are going to roll down as we go to pausing off this episode, but I want to put up something else. And there goes the prince and the princess. But that is not the one I want to. This little girl.
That's Prince Charlotte.
Yes.
Charlotte.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prince Charlotte just turned 8.
Yeah.
So now, if I say I gave us 50 years, I put in a plea for us to have 50 years. I'm putting another 50 years for Princess Charlotte. Now, she will be 58. And can you imagine the story she will have?
Yes.
Can you imagine for a moment? What would her story be? Princess Charlotte's story on this historical day. Somebody didn't write her a note. Somebody didn't tuck a note underneath her pillow, but she was there.
Yeah.
She was there. She was very much there. Can you imagine her story? So we're going to go to just about the final photo of the night, where Queen, as we sit up together and we hold our crown in place, remember, if it shifts, just line it back up. And if you see another sister crown shifting, don't judge, but try to hold our crown in place. We are royalty. And as yesterday came and it's passing by, it will always be an historical moment in time. And it is solid evidence that we, sisters, we are queen. Brothers, you are king. Let no one devalue you of such. It is stated, whether you read the Bible or not, yesterday was solid evidence. Sit up, hold your head up, hold your shoulder up, brace your back. and carry your title of royalty. Your children shall grow up to know that they're royal. Generation should come to know that they are royal. Because yesterday, the 5th day, the 6th day in May 2023, it was stated, it was inducted, it was implemented, it was dated, stamped and sealed that King Charles III and Camilla, now King and Queen of UK, carrying the 14th Commonwealth with them as I present to you the new King and Queen. We say congratulations to them. We said our prayers to them. And we wish them a life where they shall live to make a better world. We wish them a life where they lift up humanity until we wish them a life where yesterday was a moment in time where they should not be the same. They should remember this, the hope that they make, and that is to create peace, to continue to be peaceful. It was sworn. So as we close tonight, give your final words to the new king and queen. I go with you, Queen Amina, first.
I will just wish him very well because I met before him, with him. He was very social, laughing, joking, great man. Yeah, and this is my country right now, Verona. I'm living here.
Yes.
I might not go back. Yeah. I wish this country and our King Charles very well, prosperity, healthy, and everything. This is my second country, but now I'm living here. Yes, my country is Somalia, but I'm here now, and my children, my grandchildren, we are all here. My mom, yeah, all the family. So he's our king. So I'm really wishing him. I'm wishing him, very well, and I will say, long life, our king and queen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sister Queen Yasmin.
Yeah, the same. This is our country, and also we have raised our we owe from this country, and this, and I trust our royal family and also King Charles, who is also looks after the environment. He's environmentalist, and he has been involved with a lot of foundations to help the young people. So I trust him and wish him all the best with prosperity and progress with the whole nation of United Kingdom.
Thank you. I'm Queen Sister Miriam.
I pray for their strength, health, and that they uphold the dignity that was entrusted to them, that them making decisions that will lift up humanity and affect the lives of one of the world positively.
Thank you. So as we give our final words, just know that it is the beginning of a new season. It is the beginning of a new era. I want to give my love and appreciation to you sisters, you queen sisters. Just remember who you are. As I say thank you, I never say thank you from my lips, but my thank you, my gratitude lies in my heart. Now, rest well, be at peace with yourself, be at peace with men, and of course, be at peace with God. I say, God bless you. Inshallah, I love you all as we speak again. I see you, audience. I want to thank Queen Ivy Mix for tuning in, Queen Maria, Queen Sharon, and for those who are watching, whether you're a king or queen, just know that yesterday was a testament that defined who you are. I see you on the next episode. As you can see, we have new schedule. So guess what? I see you tomorrow on the next episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis Brown. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in.
Shalom.